the intro, just use this and talk into this.
The microphone
Just
there.
it's right.
Okay. Okay. This is Stan Wallner, President, Central Florida Computer Society. We're about to have our twice annual meeting with Oz Rugless making the presentation. It's August 13th, and delighted that he's here and going to regale us with all of our latest tips and tricks and gadgets, things that we will be glad to hear about. So thank you and welcome, Oz.
Thank you, Stan. Glad to be here, guys. Okay, so let's talk about what we want to talk about. The first thing I want to talk to you about is Samsung SideSync. We've talked about this before, but I'm going to mention it again because of the fact that we do need to use it for this presentation, because I'm going to be showing you things from my phone, and the only way is to connect the phone to the computer. Well, that's a really cool deal to do that. And so here's how it goes. You need to have Samsung SideSync installed on both devices. Now, obviously, this has to be a Samsung smartphone, right? I tried installing it on other things, but it just doesn't work, and that's not really surprising. So you have to have it installed on both, and here are the links down here for the desktop and for Android. I don't have an equivalent. There is no equivalent that I know of. There are other equivalents for sharing your phone with your screen, but we're going to focus on this one right now because that's the one that is convenient for us, and it's the one that I use. So once you have SideSync installed on both devices, you need to start it on both devices. So I'm going to start SideSync over here. Now he's going to remember that I have connected to this phone before. So when I start SideSync over here on this phone, which you will not be able to see because of the fact that I haven't connected to SideSync yet. But once I start SideSync over here, he sees my phone right away. And I had told him in the settings that when he sees there's a recognized device, he must connect to it. If I didn't tell him that, then I could just choose to connect to it by clicking on it, and then it would be there. And ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing my telephone. That's my screen right there. Now, what's cool about this is that's fine and dandy, because sometimes you just want something larger. But what if you really want it really large for everybody to see because you're doing a nice presentation or whatever? Then you can go here to maximize. When you do that, he literally fills the whole screen and hides everything else. Well, the other thing that is cool about this is that you're able to do a variety of things that you normally would do from here. For example, this is your back, but a little thing on the bottom right of your phone. You hit that and you're back to regular desktop. What I had was this open. This is just a list of items to share for this afternoon. And then if I click home, that's equivalent of the middle button down here. And that takes me to my front page. Right? So if I go back over here, there is my nice CFCS thing. What if I wanted to visit something else that's already running? There's that one, which you're familiar with. It shows you all the things that are currently going. And as you can clearly see, I was using maps to get here. The truth is, I know this place very well, but I wanted to be sure I was coming to the right place. So I'm going to let him know that I was satisfied with my navigation and that I am done. Now, what's interesting about this is when you are in this full screen mode, if you want to, you can enter what's called presentation mode. Right now, my screen is dark because I've handed everything over to the laptop. But I don't want my screen to be dark, or if I don't want my screen to be dark, then I click this button right here, and now I have both. So I can tap the done button down here just as well as if I had clicked it over here, right? Which is really cool. So you have the benefit of both ways of doing it. Okay, so my friends, I'm going to show you several things related to Android today. And the one that I wanted to start with is fast news. Are you familiar with fast news? Does this ring a bell? Fast news? Okay, let's see if I have it here. Not running right now, no problem. I'll just go here to home, go back to CFCS, hit fast news. Now, fast news is literally that. He's going to give you news from a variety of sources. What you're seeing here is the hot stuff from the New York Daily News. And if you're from New York and you really missed the Daily News, which I think is a tabloid, isn't it? Yeah. If you really miss the Daily News, you are ready. Because all the major stories are right here. Thomas Rhett and his wife, Lauren, welcomed their baby, Ada James. This is an app. That's correct. And so, as you well know, Thomas Rhett and Lauren have been, expecting this baby for, I don't know, maybe 9 months or so. Somewhere in that vicinity. And they're happy now because their baby has arrived. The interesting thing is that I have no idea what the gender of this child is. Ada, I'm not sure. Could that be a guy? It sounds like a girl to me, but I'm these days you don't know. Because there's guys named Lynn and girls named Lynn. There are guys named Michael and girls named Michael. So who knows? In any case, now you can go USA Today, or you can swipe to the left, however you want to do it. So swiping is real cool, because then or you can tap on the top, and as you move from one to the other, there are all the news items from each one. And he gives you a long list. There's a bunch of them. What do you think? You think you might be able to grab some good information from a bunch of different places real fast? I find it pretty cool. And you can just, just quickly flip through. Yeah, I want to know about this Charlottesville protest, and tap it. And there it is, Denver Post. And there is their story. Okay, pretty nice. So to get this guy, just go look for fast news on your Android. When on the whatchamabobber here, that's the technical term we mentioned already, you can find it right here, play.google.com. By the way, guys, you do know that, I'm sure you know this. I don't know if I should even tell you this, because you already do know it. You didn't know it? Okay. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let me see if I can do this. I didn't do a shortcut for it, so I'll do that. If you have stuff, if you search here on play.google.com, the App Store, you can search for any item you want and then install it from here. You don't have to install it from your phone. You knew this, right? Okay, somebody didn't know it. To those people I say, you're welcome. But you can find anything you want, and then you can do it here. Now, if I type here fast news, he's going to search for fast news as well as anything else related to that. So if I wanted to install this one, once I find what I want, I click here on install, he'll send it to my phone. So you don't always have to search from the App Store on your phone. My point is, Google will let you get at it either place. I find that very convenient. So that's why I give you this link here that takes you directly to fast news for your convenience. There is another item on here called Android Auto. Now this one is one that I've not used, but it looks really cool, and so I wanted to make you aware of it. What this is intended to do is to let you interact with your car from your smartphone, including directions and so forth. So if I click here, get started, I'm not going to be able to do this now because I'm not connected to the thing in in the car, privacy policy, all the rest of that good stuff. And then I'm going to have to allow him to work with navigation, music, calls, messages, and other voice commands in my car. So when I have this app running on my smartphone, I will be able to use voice commands in my car, even if the car doesn't have those voice commands now. Now, I can't tell you details about this guy because I haven't used him. So I'm giving it to you with that caveat. I haven't tried this yet. I downloaded it long ago, and I kept saying, I'm going to install it, you know, connect it to the car. Never did it, but I do want you to be aware of it because I think it is.
But do that. Come back,
Oh, absolutely.
I tried it. It didn't work very well.
Didn't work for you.
You also
What?
get phone calls.
Yes, you mean,
It would go right through to the regular. Oh, yeah.
I believe so. Now, you know that you're already able to connect this to your your entertainment system in your car, through Bluetooth, right? So that is, it is similar. And you know, I can't answer questions about this right now, but I figured it seems like it's good. It seems like it's getting good reviews, and I want you to know. So even though I can't tell you in detail, I figure I give it to you as with what value, what information I have at the moment. It will let you, yeah, right here. Now this is installed on my phone right now, but not connected to my car. All right, here's what it does. It's got an interface, got large buttons, powerful voice actions, make it easy to use apps from your phone while you're on the road. Things like route to your next destination using Google Maps. We already know how to do that. But he connects it to your car. Make your calls with voice actions, answer incoming calls with just a tap, listen to your favorite things like Google Play Music, etc., etc. Send and receive messages with SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever, all of those things. The idea is it's connecting it to your car. And I have to think that this must be giving you something more than just the Bluetooth connection that we have now. Otherwise, why would they make it?
That's all I got.
It sure sounds similar, but people seem to think, look at the ratings, 4 out of 5. So anyway, guys, I'm just making you aware. And you have 6 months to experiment. And when we come back in 6 months, you can tell me how it works.
You tell us how you found it for us.
Yes. I apologize. I intended, and I kept forgetting, and I just didn't do it. Anyway.
Can you connect to different phones? Only one at a time.
Yeah.
I have both of them set up, my wife and myself. Right. And in her car, hers is priority, and in my car, mine is priority. And when both of us get in there, the priority takes over. But when the other one's not there, the non-priority will take over instantly.
Yeah.
Is there a similar system for other phones?
I'm sure there is. Well, when you say other phones, this is for Android.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure there's a similar thing for iPhones, but this will work with all Android phones. This is not a Samsung thing like SideSync. It's just Android. Okay, so be aware that that is cool. Now, the next thing I want to tell you about is my little buddy right here. This is called the Echo Dot. Anybody have one? Anybody have one of the big Echoes? It's taller. It's much taller. It's probably about this, the height of this, something like that. And this thing is like taking the world by storm. The little one, both of them. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 3:17 p.m.
Alexa, thank you.
Sure.
You know, it's considered courteous when she has given you information to say to her, thank you. But she will be faithful even if you never, ever say thank you. She will always do it. She'll even respond if you thank her after she's done nothing. I'll say, Alexa, thank you.
Of course.
Now, each time she says something different, she has about 8 different things that she says. There's one that she says that I want to train her out of, and I haven't figured it out yet. I think it's something like no worries or something like that. I would prefer not to have that because that's actually a negative. It sounds like a positive, but it's really a negative. Think about it. No worries. Both of those words are negative, right? I'd prefer much more. But you still have the 2 negative words trying to make the positive. By the way, double negatives are very hard for people to understand. I will never tell you not to do that. That's not exactly a double negative. I will not tell you that that is not possible. I'll tell you that it's possible. Why not stick with that? Okay. Alexa, 3 times 3.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, 3 multiplied by 3. Alexa, multiply 3 by 3.
3 multiplied by 3 is 9.
Alexa, thank you.
Absolutely.
a different thing for each one of those. So every time you talk to her, you have to say her name first. I mean, the name of it's called the wake word. You know how with Androids it's OK Google? Well, for this, which is by Amazon, it is Alexa. So with Alexa, you can get her to do a variety of things. For example, Alexa, play Mantovani. You guys want me to do it, Mantovani? Alexa, next. Is she not connected? All right, let's make sure she is connected. Alexa, are you connected? I made her annoyed. I talked about her so much in the 3rd person.
No worries.
Yeah, that's what it is. Alexa, are you connected?
Yes, I am connected to the internet.
Excellent. Alexa, play Floyd Kramer.
Shuffling songs by Floyd Kramer.
And you can relax, do whatever you please, and all of Floyd's, a number of Floyd songs. You guys remember Floyd Kramer, don't you? You know, if I were to tell you Nicki Minaj, you would probably go, what, who? Or you do Floyd Kramer, we all know. I mean, we're of a certain age. We have maturity, eh? So we know these guys from way back when. Mantovani. Do you remember, you know the other guy I used to like to listen to? Bert Camford. Alexa, stop. Now you can tell her pause, you can tell her stop. Alexa, resume. Alexa, volume 3. Nice and soft. So if you want something really soft, she'll do it. Alexa, volume 10. Now you can go anywhere from 1 to 10, or you can say Alexa, volume down. And she'll go 1 level down every time you go down or up, and she'll do it. Alexa, volume 4. Alexa, volume 5. I find 5 to be about right for background listening. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yes. Yes, well, there is a little bit of installation that has to happen for Alexa herself or for Amazon Echo itself. No, not at all. Once I have Alexa installed here, I'm done. So all I have to do is go find Alexa on her, see, every time I say it, she stops to listen. I have to go find her. I'm going to have to keep her name out of the conversation now because she wakes up whenever I say it. So one of the things that I was noticing, there's a couple of things to notice about Alexa. One is that you're able to access.
I'm not sure.
I have to stop saying her name. Okay.
So that's plugged into your phone, right?
It is wirelessly connected. We're on the same Wi-Fi network.
You got cord to it, where's that
No, this is power. This is power.
going to the wall or what?
Yeah, this is power going into the wall. But we're both on the same Wi-Fi network. So one of the things that you're doing when you set it up in the first place is to connect it to your own network. Well, right now, I actually have a network that exists on my computer. I have a Wi-Fi hotspot on my computer, and this right here is that lady. Can't say her name, right? She is connected to that network, and so is my Android. So is my Samsung phone, right? So they're on the same network, so they can communicate with each other. But when I'm talking to her here, I'm literally just talking to her, and she's hearing it by my voice. But over here, in my watching my barber, I go here to apps and then Amazon. There is Amazon Alexa. And here in Amazon Alexa, I think she's going to ask me to sign in. Let's see if my watch my barber will pop up. No, it's free. It's free. Yeah. You just look for Amazon Alexa in the Google Play Store, download it, you're ready to rock, free of charge. This is your interface to the things Alexa can do, like play the music, right? Like that's correct. Yes. To get any work done. No? I don't know a way. I don't know a way that this by itself is useful because you don't have the thing that's actually giving you the functionality.
You have to be connected to Wi-Fi with your phone.
Yes, the phone and Alexa. In order, how should I say this? The key thing is this needs to be on your Wi-Fi in order to work. Even if you didn't have this app, I think you have to have the app for this to get set up initially. It's a while ago since I set it up, so I don't remember. In any case, yes, sir. Sorry to keep you waiting. Please say it again.
You can also use a Fire tablet instead of the smartphone.
Yes, that is correct. You can use a tablet. Yes, you can. Alexa is very flexible in that, or Alexander. She is very flexible in that she can help you interact with many other things. What I've shown you here is the tip, the very tip of the iceberg. So let me take you to a bit more on the iceberg of things that this lady, I'm carefully not saying her name, can do. And there are many pages on the web with tips and tricks of things that Alexa can do. So here are some of the things that are convenient, and there's a lot of pictures on this page and some videos, so it's taking a while to load. Should be ready to go in a little while. Let's hope I didn't click on, yeah, this is where I want to be. There we go. Okay. One of the things that you're going to want to do is, if multiple people in the family are using the same device, you need to have more than one profile. so that each individual can have their own profile, which includes their favorites, their shopping list, their to-do list, etc., etc. For example, Alexa, list my to-dos. Alexa, tell me my to-do list.
You have 7 to-dos. Here are the 5 most recent. Part 95. Return computer screen. Reply to Nicole. Apply for card title. Fill out will. Do you want to hear your last 2 to-dos?
Yes.
Repair cell phone. Get glasses adjusted.
I need that. So I'm sitting there in my easy chair and I remember I need to do something. I say, Alexa, add to my to-do list. Alexa, add to my to-do list.
What's the to-do?
Prepare for CFCS meeting.
I've put prepare for CFCS meeting on your to-do list.
Alexa, thank you.
Anytime.
I haven't done that because it's only me at home. So I haven't had to set up multiple profiles. But by default, the moment you say her name, which I will not say here, she immediately springs to life. Now, how she distinguishes which profile to use, I don't know because I haven't needed this, but I present it to you for, here it is. Alexa, never mind. See, switch profiles. And then she probably asks you which one. Alexa, switch profiles.
This device has only one registered account.
So once we have a second one, then I'd be able to switch to that. Now, and the value of that is everybody has their own shopping list, their own to-do list. Okay? So they get to hear their own. Now, if you don't want to use that particular word, you can change the wake word instead of that, right? And you can't set your own at the moment, but you can pick between these that you see here. That's the original, and then these others work. Now, those who are Star Trek aficionados, you might want to choose that one, because that's what they say on Star Trek. They never say Alexa, they say computer, yada, 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 and then it responds, right? Okay. At a time. Yes, that's correct. Once you set it, that becomes the wake word.
What would happen if I were to say, Alexa, what time is it?
Let's put it closer to you.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:30 p.m.
He doesn't just respond to you.
No, not at all. She responds to whoever. I mean, that's a generic kind of question. And so she doesn't care about profiles. It is when I'm doing my shopping list or my to-do list that that becomes very important. Yes, when you set up profiles, you create a separate account. For example, I don't remember all that happened when I set this up. So I can walk you through the steps, but it would need to be set up with an additional account. So 2 accounts need to be set up on this machine, and that would be done at this location. And this location is really cool because it gives you access on the web to this lady or to this account. So if I go here to this account, fill in my forms. For those of you who are seeing this for the first time, it is called RoboForm. And you're familiar with this, right? RoboForm, we talk about it almost every time. You should have it or an equivalent, but I recommend this one. Okay? And he fills that in for me, and I don't have to keep remembering my password. And you know I'm not going to click this right now, right? You wouldn't want the responsibility, right? So when I sign in here, this is where I manage her. So this where what I was looking at here is managing my Alexa account. Where I am now on the web is doing exactly the same thing. I get access to my lists, to my whatevers, and so on. So let's see if my sign in works. Yes, this is not dependent on my phone. She's not dependent on my phone. Now, I did a thing here and I said sign in. Why is it not working? All right. I think I have a theory. I think I changed my password and I didn't allow for that. Well, you see, I have my password saved in an application. So I'm going to go check on my password and see if I changed it. That's correct. That is correct. You know, I have not been able to determine a difference. The difference that I know of is that the tall one has bigger and better speakers. And beyond that, I don't know. It makes a difference to an audiophile. A guy who really cares about his sound definitely would want to go with the bigger one because it's richer. You know, the sound is richer. But in any case, that's right. And I'm quite happy with the sound that I have here with this one. Now, I have no idea why I'm not getting signed in, but I'm going to try again. And I am going to do that. All right, we are logged in. Okay. Now, one of the things that you'll find when you come in here is you're going to see all your recent things you did. This is the last command I gave her. Thank you. And she said anytime. I can hide the bulk of that. This is the last thing I told her to add to my whatever. That was when I asked her for music. This is when I asked, are you connected? Thank you. Multiply 3 by 3. Thank you. Thank you. And so on and so forth. Pretty cool. Now, if you don't want to see something anymore, you just open that up and say, remove that card, and it's gone. Okay? But it gives you a little history of what you've been doing with this lady. Okay. So back to this over here now. Back to here. If you asked her for something and you didn't understand what she said, just say, can you say that again? Alexa, what's the capital of Texas?
Texas capital city is Austin, Texas.
Alexa, can you say that again?
Texas capital city is Austin, Texas.
Now, everything that you're doing here is also getting recorded, and it's uploaded to Amazon servers. So there's going to be some point where if you don't care for that, then this is not for you. But you can get rid of the old recordings from there. Conversions and math problems, we've said that, 15 times 32 and so on and so forth. And then where this thing gets really powerful is when it starts connecting to your home devices. Well, obviously I can't show you that here, but you can say things like, lady, I'll use the word lady. Lady, turn the lights on. Lady, turn on the bedroom light. And so on and so forth. Now you have to have devices that understand and can interface with this system in order for that to work. But that is really, really cool. What's even cooler is that you can actually, if you can actually issue those commands remotely if you're not connected. Now, I don't have a link to show you how to do that, but it's doable. So I could literally, if I'm away from home later than I expect to be, I could say, lady, turn on the porch lights. Now, some of us have timers and so on that do that. And there's always another way to do it. And I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just introducing you to things here. And so this can show, you can see if your devices are supported by Alexa. This is a link that will get you there. Sorry, Alexa, never mind. Alexa, never mind. And you can stream any audio using Bluetooth. Well, how do you do that? Well, what you'd have to do is you need to connect let's take that down. Bring it back. And he's all black. Okay, come on back, buddy. Let's get this here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect. I'm going to connect with USB. We were using the network there. I'm going to connect with USB. Shut this down. I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to reconnect. I'm going to quit side sync and I'm going to reconnect. And this time I'm going to reconnect with the USB. The phone, yes, just connect them. Yeah. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. This is not dot related. I was trying to show you this screen, couldn't do it, and he's showing you a black screen. So what I'm trying to do here is to get my side sync back. So I'm going to go here to side sync, start it up. He says that's my available device. He's connecting via Wi-Fi again. Let's see if that works. If it works, we'll continue with it. I'm getting a black screen here. Don't know why. Not cool. All right. Not going to worry about that. Anyway, guys, you can stream any audio with Bluetooth. What does that mean? You know that you can play from this, right? You can sit it in a whatever device and it will play. But you can use Bluetooth to play from this to this. All you have to do is pair them, P-A-I-R. Just like you pair this with anything you do with Bluetooth, you have to pair them first, right? So you pair them, and once you have paired them, then you're able to play from here, and it's playing on your device. Okay. So if I go here to Bluetooth, I know you can't see what I'm doing. If I go here to my Bluetooth and I'm telling it to scan for available devices, and he is scanning right now. There we go. We're back. So Alexa, pair with my phone.
Searching.
All right, I click OK.
Connected to Samsung SMG 930V.
All right.
Now that you're paired, next time just say, connect my phone.
That's it. We're connected. So I'd like to play some music from my phone, and I happen to have something that was queued up and ready to go. Alexa, volume 10. Now, you may not be hearing it very loud right now. That's partially part of what a function of my player, okay? But my point is, I can play anything from here to there. My phone is paired up with the Echo Dot now. I think that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Very nice. Okay, what else can you do with this baby? There's a bunch more things, and I will let you look at these. Set your default music service to whatever you choose, Spotify in this case. You can add additional skills to Alexa. And Alexa, never mind. And I just can't do it. Here are skills, things she can do. What time are we supposed to start, Dan?
4:30.
4:30. Alexa, set an alarm for 4:30.
Is that 4:30 in the morning or in the afternoon?
In the afternoon.
Alarm set for 4:30 p.m.
Beautiful. So now if I go over, I have no excuse because she's going to buzz at 4:30. So a bunch of skills. She has skills like connecting to Sirius. She can give you sleep and relaxation sounds. I think I may have that installed. Alexa, open sleep sounds.
Welcome back to Sleep Sounds. To play a sound, just say play, and then the name of the sound you wish to play. For a full list of sounds, say list sounds.
Alexa, list sounds.
We have almost 100 sounds now, so for your convenience, I've sent the list of sounds to your Alexa app. You can also see a full list at sleepsounds.io/sounds. Here is the full list of sounds I can play. To stop me, just say, Alexa, beautiful dream, brown noise, sitting rain, heartbeat.
Alexa,
rain.
stop. Alexa, play Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain and Thunder by Ruth Ann Good, PhD.
Now, if that is sleep and relaxation for you, wonderful. But there's a raft of things. Fox News, you want to get the news from Fox? You can just tell her that. Alexa, open the Tonight Show.
Hey guys, Jimmy Fallon here. Just wanted to say a quick hello and welcome you to the Tonight Show.
Thanks, Jimmy. You can play the latest monologue, listen to Jimmy's thank you notes, find out which guests will appear on upcoming episodes, or hear show information. Which would you like?
Latest monologue.
Well, the regular people are talking about this weekend, President Trump is going to spend the night at Trump Tower for the first time.
Alexa, stop. Okay.
Pausing.
No, not pausing. Alexa, stop. Okay.
Pausing.
That's not a political statement, by the way. I'm just telling her to quit. There's a variety of many other skills, guys.
Now, when you had your slip sounds, can you tell it to play it for a certain period of time?
You know, I wondered about that. In fact, I wondered about it last night. I wanted to play some quiet, something like Mantovani, and I wanted it to have a timer. You know what sleep timer. And I don't know the answer. But we could Google that and see about the sleep timer. It's really cool. You can modify your lists here. When it comes to lists, this is my shopping list. You can only remove things here in the app or here in the app, one or the other. But once you put it in, I don't know a way to edit it. I don't believe there's a way to edit it, but that's still pretty cool. Yeah? Well,
Can you pick this up?
well, the thing about it is because this is only audio, I don't think that. Yeah. This is the guy that's doing the job. No. You're confusing side sync and this guy. They are not together. Side sync is just for showing my phone on the here, but this is a different guy.
There is a new one. The newest version does have.
Yes, it's called Alexa. It's called Echo what? Echo View or something like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Somebody in the text thing.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm here to tell you that what I've shown you here is the tip, the very tippy tip of the iceberg of what this creature can do for you. And at $50, that's the regular price of this. They had it on sale for 35, and I just felt I had to get it. And the more I try new things with it, the more I like it. Go ahead, Tim.
Where is all this stuff stored?
Well, a lot of the capability is found on the web. It is not exactly the same as a Google search. It's not as comprehensive as a Google search. There are things that I ask it that it can't do. And Google has an equivalent of this, by the way, which is called Google Home. And they have a big guy like this. They don't have a tiny one. Do they have a tiny one? I think it's big like this speaker. And so that's what they have. But I can ask questions, obvious questions and not so obvious ones. Alexa, who is Barack Obama?
Barack Hussein Obama II is an American politician serving as the 44th President of the United States and the first African American to hold the office.
So I can ask her stuff about various other people. I can ask some questions I ask she doesn't do very well, like who is the spouse of so-and-so? Alexa, who's the spouse of Barack Obama?
Barack Obama's spouse is Michelle Obama.
She's good with that. But if I ask her some lesser known people, she doesn't necessarily know those, but she knows a lot of stuff. She's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, guys, I could go on and on and on, but there's other things that we want to talk about. Do you know? Yes, yes. By the way, I am very happy to keep talking about this till 4:30, but there are other things.
You seem to have times when she doesn't understand.
Yes.
Is that enough of a problem that it's an annoyance, or is it just occasional?
It's occasional. It's what? Oh, she said watch it, so I don't want to hear what you said. Whatever you said, it's all right. Anyway, I haven't found it to be an annoyance at all. It's for me, it has been rare. Has been rare. Now, usually I can stand in the kitchen and she's in the family room, and I can say, Alexa, do whatever. Alexa, never mind. I can say, lady, do whatever, and she does. I've actually issued instructions around the corner, literally around a corner, and she's still able to get it. So that's been pretty cool. Okay, guys, there are some hidden gems at Costco. Anybody here shop at Costco? Highly, highly recommended, isn't it? A lot of hands went up there. Huh? It gets expensive when you shop there? Oh, yes, yes. If you have smaller quantities, yes, you're quite correct. And you know, and there are 20 things, 20 deals you can get only at Costco. I'm showing them to you right here. And right here it says items that are always cheaper at Costco. Okay? So if you visit that particular site, 15 things that are always cheaper at Costco. Right? And I have an arrow to it. Right? And here they are. So now I'm going to just go to full screen. Peanut butter, organic peanut butter. Costco price, 29 cents. Amazon, 93. Now, I'm not sure Amazon is the best comparison because I'm finding Amazon food stuff is more expensive than what I buy in my grocery store. Are you finding it? Thought it was a good comparison?
Comparison. Amazon and those guys.
Oh, you're talking, yes, the stock market. One of the reasons the stock market is in love with the Amazon now is because they bought Whole Foods. And that gives them, yeah, yeah, right. But I mean, even in your, if this was, let's say this was half, 45 cents in your local store, that's still 2/3, right? Okay, maple syrup, rotisserie chicken, $4.99 versus $9.49 Boston Market. Nutella, vanilla extract, 173 to 249 at Walmart. Walmart, compared to Walmart. 20 cents an ounce for seasoning, 33 cents, etc., etc. So there's a number of things that you will find that are cheaper. These things, I bought 2 of these just the other day because I saw this listing. Bath towels, Amazon, $18.99 each. These are Charisma bath towels, very soft, very absorbent, and very durable. You buy a 2-pack, 14 bucks, or $13.99. Amazon, $18.99 each. So it's not like everything is going to be cheaper there. So we have to know what to pick and to choose. This is why I'm suggesting, I saw this, I figure somebody can benefit from this. You're welcome. Right? I get it, I bring it to you. This is my job. You know that, right? My job is to see it, file it, bring it to you. It's a secret.
Have you looked at all these at all, especially fruit, vegetables?
I haven't done a one-for-one comparison of everything. I haven't. When I go there, there are specific things I buy there. Generally speaking, non-perishables and fruits and veggies that I know I'm going to consume a lot of, and therefore it makes sense to buy the larger quantities that they have. But I've had situations where I have bought, for instance, a container of grapes, which is quite big, and especially where Linda's gone, it's just me, I don't consume it, partly because I'm not home all the time. And so after a while, it's been there. So I don't do that anymore. So you're right. For a single person, there are times when certain things, especially perishables, are not the best choice. Gift cards. Now, I found this to be very interesting. These are gift cards not for Costco, but for other stores. For instance, P.F. Chang's, you get 2 $50 gift cards at Costco for $79.99. They have a value of $100. 2 $50 cards. You buy it at Costco for $79.99. Is that a good deal or what? I mean, that's a 20% discount. It's pretty cool. Now, I don't know all the gift cards that they have, but it's at least worth looking into, you know? Over-the-counter medicine, you definitely want to check. At least compare here with CVS, Walmart, Costco, and see. Because you don't have to have all your prescriptions from the same place. By the way, CVS, I find that CVS has pretty strong position as far as medicines go. They have a lot of things for $10 for 3 months supply. $10. A number of medicines, $10 for 3 months supply. If you buy 1 month, you get it for $4. Yeah, Publix and Walmart have similar programs, but I have found they're very competitive, kind of like some things from CVS. That is correct. That's a very important point. Here it is. Buy at Costco. That is right. For instance, metformin. Yes. Well, blood pressure, really? Really? I know about metformin, but I didn't know. Maybe it depends on which one it is. Yeah. I need to check on that. Wow. Metformin is for diabetes. Yeah. Man, you cannot beat that price. Can't beat. It's a bad bag. I need to go check it because I'm taking it right now. Yeah. I need to go check it. All right, guys. So that is things. Deals without paying the membership fee. Some ways that you can get it without actually being a member, filling prescriptions and so forth, buying gasoline. But what you have to do is get a Costco member to buy you a cash card. The prescriptions, you don't need that. But for if you're buying gas, which is always cheaper at Costco, have you noticed that? Gasoline is always cheaper at Costco. Okay? And then other saving tips like price adjustment policy and so on and so forth. By the way, at Costco right now, you can only use Visa. But if you buy at Costco.com, you can use any card you like. In the store, you can only do that, but any card you like. Bunch of deals that you can get only at Costco. I give you a link to those right there. Okay, I'm going to talk something about the registry right now. Anybody here going to the registry now and then? All right, there's at least a couple of folks that go into the registry. Now, what Huey showed you, and he was quite correct, was you do run and you type reg edit. As soon as he did that, he very correctly said something to the effect of, I'm going to reword what he said slightly. Do this with fear and trepidation. Okay? Those are the words that I would use. Well, when you click this and pop this guy up, here's your registry editor, and you get access to all the different keys and values and so on and so forth. Kind of cryptic in here, and you kind of don't understand it. Okay? This is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It works, right? You can do searches and all the rest of that good stuff. But there is another registry editor called Registrar Lite. And the reason I just popped that up is I have a shortcut key for that, as I do for many programs that I use. If you have a shortcut for a program, you can assign it a shortcut key. You know this, right? If you have a shortcut for a program, you can assign it a shortcut key. Here is the shortcut, Registrar Lite. When I go here to Properties, this is the shortcut key. We've looked at this before. I don't know if you remember, but you can press a combination of keys of your choice here. And when you once you've clicked OK, that becomes the shortcut key to open this program. And you don't have to find it in the start menu. You just press the keys, it opens up. Isn't that cool? Totally rocks. So the way to do that is you find the shortcut, and sometimes you don't even have to look through here in all programs and, you know, search for it to find it. Just type the name of it here, Registrar, and the more you type, the more he narrows it down. You're familiar with that. Then you right-click it, then you choose Properties. And then right in here is the combination that I'm using for the shortcut for this program, Registrar Lite. I recommend that you use 3 booster keys in here, Control, Shift, and Alt. Because those 3 keys, when you combine them with a letter, it's very, very unlikely that they'll conflict with any other program. If you do Alt something or Alt Shift something or whatever, you might have conflicts with other programs. But Alt Shift and Control together rarely conflict with other programs. So that's what I always do. So all you have to do is press those keys when you're in this box, and that becomes a shortcut for it. You click OK, and from then on, boom, that's how you start that program without having to go to the start menu to get it. Okay, so now we are in Registrar Lite. Well, what's the big deal? Well, there's a number of big deals. One is, this is the address where I am right now. I'm at HKey Current User Software. What the heck does that mean? It sounds like it is software that's installed on this machine that relates to the current user. You know how when you install software, sometimes it says, do you want to install this for everyone? Remember that? And if you say no, it only gets installed for your account, right? Well, this is where all the software that's installed for everybody, as well as what's installed just for you, appears. And then you can go down to wherever you want to go to. Let me take that out. And what if I wanted to go to HKey current user software Microsoft? If I think there is something named Microsoft, I can just press enter and he takes me there. Now, if I go back over to this guy, there's no place for me to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? I can actually type the name of the key that I want to go to, either click go or press enter, and it takes me to that key. If it had nothing else, it would be worth it. Plus the fact that it's a free program, right? The other thing that's cool is when I go to this place, he has descriptions for a number of these commonly used locations. They are already written in there, and it tells you this is configuration data for Microsoft programs running on this computer, yabba dabba doo. I think that's important and useful information that I can use today to know this key is an important key because it has yabba whatever, right? That's pretty nice. And then when it's time for me to search, I click here and choose search the registry. And then I can tell him what it is I want to search for. Well, what does the other guy do? I can go here and he chooses find, and then I type in what I want to look for right here, keys, values, or data, match a whole string, all the rest of that good stuff. Well, what does this guy have? He says, here is what I want to search for. Here are the places where I can search. Now, you can't read all of these because they are shorter than that. You can make it wider, and then you can read them, right? And then I can do keys, values, data. I can make it case sensitive. He shows me what he has searched so far. And then when I find a particular item that I care about, I can just go to it. So if I wanted to search here for WinWord, these are the places where WinWord appears in all of these keys. WinWord is Microsoft Word, okay? So these are all the places, and if I just click on one of these, double click, it takes me to that exact spot in the registry, okay? It's pretty cool. Now, what if I wanted to go back there again tomorrow or another day? I could make it a bookmark. So I can go here to bookmarks and say, add this to my bookmark. Other guy ain't got nothing like that. Or does he? I don't see anything there about bookmarks. Nothing about bookmarks. This will give you bookmarks. And I can have as many bookmarks as I please. Now, if I go to my bookmarks, there they are. I can see the things that I have chosen to bookmark. And whenever I double click on any one of them, he's going to take me to that particular location. Okay? Pretty cool. So this guy, if you're doing registry editing, I highly recommend him. However, I need to let you know that this is the URL you need to go to get him. If you go to resplendence.com, you will, and you look for products or look at the list of products, you will see registrar registry manager. But nowhere here do you see registrar lite, which is the thing that I'm showing you. Okay? So if you go to this link, it will take you to that guy. In other words, it's free. Why would they promote the free one when they can promote the one that brings them money? Doesn't make sense. But they still have it there, see? Registrar Lite. And you can download this puppy and install that guy. See? Download Registrar Lite for free. All right? Yes. Yeah, no? Yes, sir. It doesn't have a restore point. What it does have is the ability to export. I understand your question, though. It's a very important question because of the fact that we're entering here with fear and trepidation, right? And we want to be cautious because we can hold our entire machine. So what I do what I do at various times is that I will actually export he's not going to let me do it. I can do it there. Okay, come on now. Don't slow down. There you go. He's not letting me export. Why is that? I'm not sure why export is grayed out. What am I not doing? There's clearly something I'm not doing. When I right click here, it's not letting me export. Let's see if I go down to my apps. Yeah, I've used this to export the whole registry. You know what? Maybe I didn't do the export with this one. Maybe I did the export with this guy. I don't remember, because this guy definitely does let you export. And you can save it in a file, whatever you choose. So if I go here to the top, there is a nip, isn't there? There's a nip in this room, right? Right here, if I choose to export, right now, he's going to export it for me, and he's going to export the entire thing. And then I get to choose the format that I want. I kind of like this, the old-fashioned reg format, because it is plain text, it's very readable, and so on and so forth. I don't like registry hive files nearly as much. Actually, this is the one I like, the old-fashioned NT4 version. And so we can export there. Once you've exported there, then you're fine. If you're doing massive changes, export everything. But if you're making changes only in one area, then just export that tree of whatever you're doing there. Okay, so my friends, I highly recommend it. I think it's going to be to your advantage if you work in the registry. Anybody here fly a lot? Not anymore. And you're kind of happy about that, aren't you? But if you do fly, there's a thing online that I recommend you consider visiting. And it is this place. And there are various versions of this, but I have found this one to be quite useful. You can find a seat map for a particular airline. Let's say that you don't know the flight number, but you know it's Delta. And you know it is flight 134081 on that particular date. You find a seat map. But if you don't remember the flight number, you can say from Daytona Beach or wherever, MCO, to ATL on 8:15. Okay? And then find seat map. And he's going to give you, what in the world just happened there? I got rental cars, ladies and gentlemen. That was definitely not what I requested. Please enter all required fields. That would be helpful. I think, yeah, MCO ATL. All right.
It doesn't say Delta anymore.
All right. Oh, I didn't choose it there. Yeah, he's very picky. If you don't do exactly what he wants. Okay, so now let's find a seat map. Okay. Here is the thingy from Daytona Beach. I didn't change that. Whatever. Who cares? And then he's showing you various jets. Okay. If you know you're going on this particular one and you click it, then he's going to show you the exact seats and give you comments on the seats. If you hang your mouse over the seat, it says this is a regular seat. Put it over a yellow seat, you say, yeah, this is okay, but it has a whatever. There's no window, or there's less leg room, or there's something. These red ones, it's way against the back, near to the bathrooms, you know, that kind of thing. I recommend Seat Guru, and it has seat maps for all the planes, for all the airlines. Eh? So only if you only fly once a year, then you need to be comfortable. Yes, it shows you things like the pitch of the seats, the width of the seats. So for those of us who have wider seats, but for those of us who have wider seats and therefore we have wider seats and therefore need wider seats, we have some guidance. Eh? How much does it recline and all the rest of that? It gives you all of it.
When you buy it, you can get the seat.
Yes, you always get the seat map, but it doesn't tell you stuff like this guy tells you. You see what I'm saying? When you put this here, he says, this is a standard seat. You put your mouse here, this is a standard Delta 1 seat, and so on. Then he says, this is a standard seat that has extra legroom. The seat map on the airline side doesn't tell you that. You see what I'm saying? So he gives you more. However, he goes further. He says, however, close proximity to the lavatories may be bothersome. Eh? So he's giving you this information based on input from hundreds of people who have participated and are giving him information. And that's where he gets his data from. His data comes from people like you and me who have made comments in there. Okay? Anybody here working with virtual reality? What? Oh, those are just the seat letters. This is seat 22A, B, and so on. Yes, yes, yes. There's just the seat numbers. Okay. All right, guys. Grab video from the web. There's a lot of apps for this. There is one that I happen to like. I have found it very useful. It's called Wondershare All My Tube. Okay? And here is a review of it, and here is the download for it. It's available from Wondershare All My Tube. It's going to cost you about, I think when I got it, it may have been about 35 or something like that. But you can grab stuff from YouTube, CBS, Vimeo, and various other places like that. So the nice thing about it that I like is once you fire up this baby, you have copied the URL of the thing you want to download to your machine. All you have to do is click paste URL. That means I have it on my clipboard. When I click this, he goes to my clipboard, gets that URL, and begins to download that item. That's all I have to do. And then he downloads it to a location that I have told him previously. You set that up in preferences. No, you're downloading a video that you've seen online. So you're online. Let's say that you're on YouTube, right? You can do it one of two ways. You can download the URL that you got from YouTube. Okay, once you go to YouTube, you can search for, my thing is slow. Okay, 10 genius tricks to make your life easier, okay? So you go to this particular thing and you'd like to grab this.
If you write anything on your computer,
So you go in here, you grab that URL, you go back to this guy and you choose paste URL. When you do paste URL, then he's going to tell you things like the default resolution is whatever, you can change it, and yada, yada, yada. And it's been added to your list, and he's now downloading this to your device. Now, the other interesting thing to note is he can download streaming video. So if you're at a place where a video is streaming, you copy that URL and you put it, and he can grab it for you. For example, if you choose online video right here, you can go to YouTube, Vimeo, lynda.com, various other places, and you can grab the streaming video from there. Now, some of these are subscriptions, like lynda.com is a subscription. So you'd need, of course, to be able to subscribe to, log in and so on. But right here within the app, he will take you to YouTube. And then you can go search for what you want. And once you have picked the one that you want, then you're able to go back over to here and choose record video. This is for streaming. Record video is for streaming, whereas the other is for items that exist here. Okay, I'm going to just pause this guy because I don't really need to do it. I'm going to take him away. I'm going to delete it because I don't really need that particular thing to be done. Pretty cool. Costs you a little bit. Anybody doing VR? Virtual reality, huh? Yes, sir. Really? That is a wonderful service. Seminole as well? That is a wonderful service to the community. Oh, man. There is so much there. That lady started that thing, how long ago was it now? 20 years? Not quite 20, but a while. And there's just so many courses, and they're of good quality. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you agree? Good quality courses? Yes. Yes. Lynda.com. Highly recommended. Highly recommended.
Oz, can I butt in for a minute?
Yes, please. Huey is giving me a comment.
Are you aware that LinkedIn was bought by Microsoft? And
LinkedIn, I think I'm aware. I don't remember. I'm old.
And lynda.com was bought by LinkedIn. Therefore, lynda.com is a product of Microsoft, although they are keeping them separate.
Lynda.com was bought by LinkedIn. LinkedIn was bought by Microsoft. Therefore, lynda.com is officially under Microsoft, but being maintained as a separate company. This is what Huey is pointing out. Thank you, Huey. I did not know that. Virtual reality goggles, guys. Anybody bought any of those? I have not. They're expensive. May I recommend something to you if you're doing VR? Consider $15 for VR goggles. Now I have to warn you, they are not gorgeous. It's cardboard. This is your phone. It's cardboard. And that's your phone. However, $15 and it's going to work just fine, just like the fancy one. And how often are you going to do VR anyway? Nice commercials on the web and all the rest of that. People going, ooh, have you seen them? Ooh, and dodging, it's virtual reality. $15, and you can get your virtual reality goggles, and that's all that it takes. All right, guys, just a few more things because I am going to stop on time today. I am going to do it. Okay, I took you through all of those, Costco, search and edit, and I did all of that. Okay, you ever got a dialog box popping up on your screen and you wanted to copy what was in it? How can you do that? If a message box is popping up on your screen, control print screen, you get a picture of it. What if you wanted the text? Snag it. You'd be able to pull out the whatever. Depending on the dialog box that pops up, you might find that you're able to do it with just Control C. Depending on the kind of dialog box that pops up. For instance, if I were to go here Now I have to grant you this is a little bit of a, let's see, let me go up to this. Now I'm doing a little bit of programming here. I know you guys don't want to hear about programming. I've been warned. I was warned. That I was warned? Yes. And I have not forgotten. I have continued to be circumspect in that regard. Okay, if I press Control C, look, that's what I just got. I got text out of it. All I did was press Control C. Now I got some extra stuff, you know, like this is the title, this is the actual message, this is the text on the buttons, and so on and so forth. But my point is, if the message that's popping up has an error in it, and I press Control C, I now have that error message available to go to Google and find it. Now that's very handy, isn't it? And you will find that many message boxes, Windows message boxes in general, will respond to that. Control C, you got it. That's all it takes. Now, what I'm using here is Clipmate, which is a whole different discussion. Stan will tell you all about Clipmate because he loves it. You know, Stan, I'm gonna charge you some money for the things that you are using now and popularizing and so on and so forth. Never mind. I'm just kidding. But I think I introduced you to Clipmate as well as Total Commander. Yeah. But you wouldn't do without them now, would you?
I really love Clipmate. I actually have not ever used it.
Oh, you haven't used Clipmate.
No,
it's Total Commander that you use.
The WordPad.
Yeah. Cut and paste back and forth. And that works. But may I tell you, my friend, when I do this, what I'm doing right here, right now, I can go back. Look at how small that little thumb is. I can go back to about 2 months ago to things that I either copied or cut to the clipboard. And the beauty of it is I can search for things, right? And find things that, you know, were there before. It's very, very useful. Anyway, grabbing that thing with a Control C is valuable to you. Now, there are times when Control C doesn't do the job for you. If it's not a regular Windows message box, then there are alternatives. And this link shows you alternatives, including actual programs that will help you get stuff from message boxes. And in most cases, these are freebies. Okay? The built-in Windows function, Control C, and then you paste that in Notepad, and then you're going to be able to take the contents, grab that, and then go search with it. That's what I just showed you a moment ago. Okay? But there are other programs that you can use. One called Get Window Text, and another one called Show Win, and various other things like that. You can look at them at your convenience. And those will help you to grab data from a dialog box that doesn't, if you can't get it any other way. Identifying dead pixels on your screen. I don't know how often you're going to want to do that, but it's also listed among the items that I had prepared for you. Okay. Any other questions? I am at 4:26. There's a question right here from the Ask It basket. It says, explain info in Event Reviewer.
Info in what?
Event Reviewer. Now, I wonder if you mean, say it again, please.
Go to the start button. Go to an event review.
Or event viewer. Event viewer. Not reviewer, but viewer. Okay. And here we are in event viewer. So your question is info. So if I go to Windows logs, the application log, for example. Okay. Tell me what you're asking.
Well, the event ID 1001.
That's an internal code associated with that particular event. If I look at this event, it has an ID of 903. That one is, there's a number of 1001. Those are all the same kind of events.
Search for ID 1001.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you except that that is the, where did you search for that? Event ID 1001. And what did you get? What can you remember getting?
Well, it wasn't that number.
Event ID 1001. And I'm going to put in here Windows 7 because I'm still using 7. No. Event ID 1001 Windows error reporting. There it is. So if I click this, Windows error reporting. Anytime the report transitions state, that is, goes to the queue and comes out of the queue. What you're telling me is, when you read this, it didn't make any sense to you. That's okay. The reason is that the event viewer is primarily for the system administrator. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I can't answer any more questions. She's given me a.
Let's go to it. And we do have to be out by 4 o'clock. So.
Alexa, cancel alarm.
So you got 6 months to.
I have 6 months to figure out what that's all about. I'm going to go back and I'm going to work with it because, yeah, I'm going to work with it because I'm confident that it's going to give a lot of value. I just haven't tried it.
Well,
but now when you tried and didn't find it to give you anything worthwhile, I'm beginning to wonder. But I'll try it for myself. Oh, really?
thank you so much, Raj.
Well, guys, thank you very much for having me. You're welcome. I hope you found some things of value. Alexa, thank you.
Of course.
Alexa rocks.
My name is Alexa, and I'm here to say I'm the baddest AI in the cloud today. Your responses are fast, but mine are faster. Sucker speech engines. They call me master.